If you have a Volkswagen and you're getting this type of noise, I'm going to share with you what that noise is in this video. First thing I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to share with you the noise in full. I'm going to insert a couple of different clips to give you a very clear audio of how this noise presents. Now you've heard that noise in its entirety in a couple of different clips that I inserted there. Have you an idea of the part that has failed that has caused that noise to be present? Now the vehicle that I'm working on is a Volkswagen TDI with a DSG automatic transmission in it, so it's got that dual clutch transmission system in this vehicle. The main reason I'm making this video is to share knowledge. So if you are working on one of these Volkswagen DSGs, or you own one and you have a similar noise to the one I am showing you in this video, you will get the information as to what component has failed. The symptoms of a failure of this part is at idle it's going to rattle. It's going to rattle quite a bit. It's going to have vibrations throughout the vehicle as well, especially if it's as bad as what I've shown there. Other symptoms are it can be noisy at times and it can go away at other times. As RPM increases, the noise can disappear or again decrease in noise. And the last one, which is a little less common, is the hard starting one. It can be harder to start at times, like it can go to start, maybe click or swing a little bit and stop and then go again. They are all symptoms of this component that has failed. Now the item that has failed on this is the dual mass flywheel. Yes, this automatic transmission DSG has a dual mass flywheel in it. It can be very confusing to mechanics or technicians that have not worked on Volkswagens as to how a dual mass flywheel can end up in one of these. It is the design of it, and it is one of those reasons why I always, when I'm talking to apprentices, talking to other mechanics, talking about the motor trade in general, is to never assume. That noise is a very common noise, and one that has been embedded in my brain long before I knew about DSG transmissions. It's a very common noise that you would have heard if you were working on vehicles, and it's that dual mass flywheel rattle noise, especially at idle. That type of noise is one I've heard many times throughout my career, be it on a Ford Mondeo, Focus Transit, Lexus, BMWs, Volkswagen, Skoda, Audis, any of those with a dual mass flywheel setup that is failing, you will get that horrible type of knocking noise. It gets confusing when you start to bring in the DSG transmission in it. You hear the same noise, you associate it back to what you have experienced previously, but then you realize it's an automatic transmission, and that's where a lot of people can get confused and misdiagnose this. Start to think about a complete transmission rebuild needing doing, whether it's the electronically controlled side of it that's playing up, or be it a engine bottom end or top end noise and it's resonating down through. A misdiagnosis through not knowing that that component is actually in the vehicle is very common, and it is out there. A quick search of some forums or some videos will showcase how many times this has been misdiagnosed, I would say, in the past. People are not familiar with the setup, nor do they do the research to find out that this is in fact in their vehicle. A quick tip for anybody that has it and is unsure is run the VIN. Get the chassis number, run it to your parts supplier or dealer, and find out if there is a dual mass flywheel listing for it. If you have this noise, that part is listed, you can assume that the failure is in the dual mass flywheel, and you don't need a complete transmission rebuild or anything crazy like that. You can find out what the part is, and you can start to get a price on labor and work from there. So that is it, guys. I hope you found this video useful and informative. If you did, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.